What is up, guys and gals? Welcome to another episode of the Nonstop Review. I'm your host, as always, Devon, and joining me equally as always is Rick.
Hello, everybody.
So, those of you familiar with this brand of the show know that before we jump in, we like to ask Rick what the hell he thinks is going to happen in this episode, based solely on the title. And let me tell you, for the second week in a row, you ain't got no chance. Rick,
No.
The episode is called The Night Owl. What do you think's going to happen?
So the night owl says to me, night owl spelt the other way, as in incorrectly, as in the Watchmen. One of the guys is, probably everybody's going to be watching superhero movies, and one of them is going to have delusions of grandeur and want to become their own vigilante around town, possibly focused entirely upon the park, possibly focused entirely at nighttime when the park is closed, and therefore becoming the world's least effectual superhero, the Night Owl.
No, not even close, I'm afraid.
Okay.
Not much I can say, really. Nil point.
Nil point.
I will tell you this, that the Night Owl is the name of a DJ in Universe.
Okay.
So, with that in mind, Rick, what are we doing?
Yeah, we're doing regular show, Season 2, Episode 22, The Night Owl. 3, 2, 1, and go.
The audience may not have called it, but I sure did. Rick was going to say Steven Universe.
I was going to say Steven Universe. We're 2 seasons in, and I'm still saying Steven Universe.
I don't blame you. I think Steven Universe is a bit more fun. Fucking, why is Mordecai drawn like that?
I don't know.
I'm going to assume it's because I used to do this all the time with rock music.
Yeah.
Because they keep trying to draw him trying to hold the drink in his mouth, I guess, and because he's a bird, it doesn't work, so it looks funny. Notice Muscle Man's eyes are a bit pinker than normal. I think he's meant to be stoned.
I think he's always high. I think that's the point.
Maybe. It's a muscle car, so Muscle Man must win it.
Yeah, Muscle Man wins the muscle car. Maybe that's why he's chubby, because he's always got the munchies.
Maybe. Yeah, this is a thing that we don't really have in the UK, but apparently it used to be a very big deal in the States.
Yeah, like a last hand on the car thing.
But not even that, just specifically radio competitions where it's like, do this, and the last person to keep doing it wins XYZ.
Yeah.
There was a rather grim example of, I think it was for a Wii, so, it must have been that. Yeah, that was the joke.
Holding your Wii for a Wii and then someone died of, cystitis.
Yeah, because you can't fucking do that.
Yeah, because they had to drink 5 litres, didn't they?
Well, yeah, that's just it. It's like, the competition had been going on for a long time, because they were all stuck in a room, and the last person to go for a piss wins, and it was like, cool, we need people to lose, because this is getting boring. So they just made people drink and drink and drink, and it's like, this is not cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a rather tragic one.
Well, yeah, because she was trying to win it for her kids for Christmas, because she couldn't afford it. How more fucked up can you get?
Yeah, the good old capitalist dystopia.
For real, man. Dude, throw hands. How unprepared are you that, only the group from the park brought a tent?
That's it. I'm putting you on my list marked wankers.
Oh, that's a dirty tactic.
Here we see people trying to run away from the smell.
Where did he get that tent from, Rick?
I don't know. His arse, I assume.
Rick, your brain always jumps to really weird conclusions. That's great, using High Five Ghost like that. There's absolutely no way this would get you high ratings.
Yeah, the Night Owl Isolation booth. Yeah, especially on radio as well.
Mm.
Like, this is the kind of thing that you should televise.
What? Here's the thing: is like this only works in fiction.
Yeah. Because, like, you definitely have an agreement beforehand.
For real. Like, I know that's rich us saying that, like, because we're on a podcast together. We mutually agreed ages ago, if we ever make money, this is what the split is. But we wrote that shit down.
Yeah, there's a paper trail. And anybody that betrays the paper trail is in breach of contract.
Yeah. This is all based on trust, and all it took was a little seed of doubt for people to be like, nah, I don't believe you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the problem as well, is like, this works to a certain degree in that it's like, well, why aren't you okay with stepping off first then? If you're not planning on stealing the car for yourself. So it kind of makes sense as to why the seeds of destruction managed to bloom.
Yeah. Oh, they're putting laughing gas in there.
Yeah, except in this universe, liquid nitrogen is to freeze people.
Okay.
Yeah. Would you not be suspicious after the third day that no one stepped out the tent?
Yeah. They built a stadium around it. They built a new civilization around it. 4224.
So, Rick, this one stunt made the Night Owl so famous, and that one nitrogen canister lasted 2,000 years.
Yeah. And thawed out immediately.
With no negative effects.
Yeah. And the guys are not suffering any other ill effects, like...
Why would
Something's not right. It doesn't smell of farts.
But why would you need this statue and this picture of the people when the people are there?
Because opening it up would be unprofessional.
Sure. It does depress me slightly that my body shape is shared with Muscle Man.
So they have to defrost the Night Owl now.
I think he's like a head in a jar at this point, or some bollocks. I love how High Five Ghost had to still fucking descend via ladder.
Yeah, the Dark Souls ladder special.
I love Muscle Man fucking up that slide, because everyone ever in the history of time has fucked up trying to do that.
Yeah.
It's a good thing Muscle Man is such a nefarious being.
Yeah. Yeah, because they don't have the keys. Man, my VLC messed up, and it just replayed going on a skid like 7 times in a row.
Okay, well, we're on 7 minutes 40.
Yeah, we are.
Cool. Did you see Night Owl's design?
44. Yeah, I did. He looks cool.
Yeah.
Oh, animated Benson, that's kind of cute.
That's convenient.
It's going to be closing in 5 minutes, so just get there, hotwire it, and go back to when it was open.
Fucking... does it not bum you out seeing things that show what the future's going to be, what they want the future to be like, and being like, that ain't going to be how it be?
Yeah. Oh no, his sweaty t-shirt got gooped.
Okay, yeah, you're a bit behind, because at the moment, Muscle Man is straight up killing guards.
Yeah, he's that one just exploded. Time 0.7 miles.
Okay, yeah, we are kind of on track. Okay, a bird just flew past the window and it frightened the fuck out of me. Oh, superhero landing!
Yeah. The owl mech.
How fucked... Yeah, but as I was saying before I interrupted myself like an idiot, like, the world's just going to be fucked if time travel ever exists.
Yeah, because, like, someone's going to go back and granny paradox things.
Well, you don't even need that. It's just like, as soon as you can time travel back to a point, it's just like, okay, so the timeline's just going to be perma-fucked.
Yeah, one of the theories is that time travel needs a recipient machine.
Yeah, so once time travel exists, it's going to be like, a time... The exact time travel is invented is going to be the furthest back.
Is the earliest back? Yeah.
Like, this is your ambition. Could you not have a better one than this?
And that's 2 cars that have been blown up.
Well, we won't talk about the fact that they might have technically killed their past selves.
No, this is before he starts the...
Okay,
yeah, it's before he starts the thing, so...
Was there ever a more deserved punch in the history of a regular show?
Most of the time that Rigby gets punched is normally pretty deserved.
True.
Yeah.
Don't think about it. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. God, it's one of those where, like, in that scenario, you have to be willing to, like, throw hands and kill yourself.
Well, I mean, it's one of my dreams.
That's not funny, Rick.
No, it's not.
So why'd you say it?
I say a lot of things that are not funny.
Could you start? Rick, what do you think of the episode?
It was fine. It was, like, as soon as the blocks were in place, you could see where most of it was going, apart from the fact that they were going to go to 2,000 years in the future.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is about as succinct a description of the episode as I could possibly have given.
yeah, I mean, accurate. Boy, you were miles off with your guess, weren't you?
Oh, yeah, totally. Like, the only thing that I had in common with it was that there was an actual night owl.
This is true. The only problem is you saw Night Owl and immediately went, oh, yes,
ooh,
Batman.
Hero. Yeah, Hero. And it turns out, no, not Hero. Wanker. How about you? What do you think?
Yeah, it's a fun episode. It is just a fun episode. I like how as soon as you're in the future and the folks have unfrozen, it's like immediately like burying the hatchet over stuff that wasn't true in the first place and working together to save ourselves. Like, that's a gang of friends.
Yeah. I appreciated that, yeah. It was a nice little reformation and reforging of the fellowship moment.
Absolutely, and like, let's be honest, there's no group of friends that's never had a falling out, you know?
Yeah, totally.
Like, granted, it's usually over stupid shit and not, I want a car.
Yeah.
Let's get down to brass tacks, shall we, Rick? Do you have a standout favourite moment?
It was probably the montage of getting the other contestants to leave.
I get you. They had a really fun graphic with the fuel gauge as well to represent it.
Yeah, and the contestant pool was emptying. Like, getting most of them to leave just by fanning Muscle Man's stench all over everyone else.
Yeah, being a large gentleman, like, if you do any exercise and you don't wash, you're gonna stink.
Yep. Even things that are not really exercise for anyone else, like walking.
That's not quite that bad, Rick.
Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, how about you? Do you have a favourite moment?
I think my favourite moment was that Muscle Man just hands down straight away, getting on top of that car and being like, all right, time for murder.
Yeah.
And I get it. There's no real moral conundrum when, at the end of the day, your goal is to go back in time, so these people won't exist anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah, you're going to erase this timeline from existence, so even if those people do exist in the future, they're not going to be there to get murdered.
And more importantly, you're not going to be there to murder them.
Yep.
So who's the real killer?
Night Owl.
That is the correct response. All right.
Yep.
Let's add to our very important MVP leaderboard, Rick. Who is getting your mention today?
Now, it's a weird one, because, like, I think the main four kind of all have a reasonable shot at it. However, sometimes your plot is nothing without the villain. So, as much as he wasn't really in the episode that much, I'm going to give it to Night Owl. And if you're picking a graphic, I like the future Mecha Night Owl version.
Well, I've got some news for you, Rick. The graphic is going to be whatever the fuck's on his wiki page.
Sure. He's a named character, so he's going to be on the wiki.
For real. Shout out to the regular show wiki, by the way, because it's on the fandom.com series of websites. It's also where I got all the Steven Universe images from. It's just the Steven Universe version of that site. Because they're just there in PNG form, so it's super easy. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
But yeah,
how about you? Who's going to be your
Oh, no, sir. We're still going to talk about your MVP award in that this is your crutch a lot.
I know, but, like, I couldn't pick one out of the main four.
So I'm going to pick this other character who's barely in this episode.
Yeah, like, I don't think Muscle Man did that much more than any of the others.
Rick, you're allowed to let personal biases show in your MVP awards.
Yeah, I think this is one of the better Muscle Man episodes, to be honest. So,
But yeah, I get it. You've gone for Night Owl. It's not the first time you've made this decision. It won't be the last time. At least it's not, hey, here's this random character that has no name and was on stream for 3 seconds. He's my MVP. Which I did yell at you at and told you to change.
Yeah, it's the giant floating owl ball with no name. But yeah, who's going to be your MVP?
No surprises here. It's going to be Muscle Man Mitch himself.
Yeah. Muscle Man for the muscle car.
Absolutely. I mean, I love Muscle Man anyway. I don't know if he's my favourite character, but he's fucking up there.
Yeah. Like, I think Benson is my favourite character so far in this show.
I mean, totally fair.
A bit weird. Yeah.
Well, Benson's in this weird place where, like, he's not the worst boss in the world. Yeah, we always see him yelling, but to be fair, Mordecai and Rigby are constantly fucking up.
Yeah, he's yelling at fuckwits.
For real. But yeah, Muscle Man gets my MVP because, yeah, I like him anyway. He was also the main reason why the bulk of the opponents got knocked out. He played his part as fake murderer pretty well. And hey, when push came to shove, he was the getaway driver in the muscle car before jumping on the top and icing 3 people.
Yeah, and he hot-wired it. Hot-wired? Hot-wired. I say hot-wired again. Hot-wired.
There we go.
Hot Wheels.
Yeah, good dude, good guy. Definitely a criminal.
Yeah. Hey, Muscleman, you know how to do crimes?
Oh, God, we're going to Night in the Woods territory. On that bombshell, join us again next week, guys, for another episode of Regular Show. We hope to see you then.
Bye, everybody.